right, everyone, do we think we're going to see any nice cars today driving into Boston? I am not holding my breath because, well, not that nice of it. Actually, it is pretty nice out, but, you know, I'm not very confident. We'll see, though. We'll see. We will see. Okay, here we go. I'm driving past this dealership that has some good cars. You can see a lime green X4M, it looks like. This is always a fun part of traffic. Very fun. And hopefully it's not too bad. Going to a conference today. Hopefully it's a good time. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. At one of these houses over here on the left, there used to be a Miami blue Porsche Carrera 4S. Haven't seen it there in a very long time, so I wonder where it is. Not seeing anything too good yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully some cool, interesting cars show up here. This part of the highway is always interesting because you have commuters. You also have people who live around here. I guess that's the same for every highway, but you know, you got a lot of different stuff going on, and that means there's a lot of horrible drivers. I'm sure anyone who lives in the Massachusetts area understands how bad they can be, because they can be quite horrible, to be completely honest. But most of the times I get lucky, and it's not too bad. Hopefully today is one of those times. There's an undercover cop with the... Actually, that's not an undercover. That's someone who's purchased a cop car and who has taken all the decals off, and now it just looks like an Oreo cookie Explorer. Still a car I would stay far away from. Mama swerve in the corner, whoa, then you go. Oh, that was not a fun pothole. Fun fact, my car, last week, I had to get an ABS sensor replaced on the front right. Ooh, there's a Bentayga. There we go. First car, Bentayga. Nice, the W12 Bentley Bentayga. Casual, almost $300,000 car. Fantastic looking car, especially in white. Love me a Bentley. Love me a Bentley. Yeah, I had to fix my front right ABS sensor, which was not a good time. Cost me $471, which, gotta admit, was not fun to pay at all. I don't know who likes spending money, but it seemed a bit egregious for just that. It sucked. a bad time. Oh, let's see if this guy cuts me off. He has a bit of a damage in front of the left rear wheel, so that's a total possibility. In the sketchy Chevy Express van, love it. What's up, Oli? What's up, Sandra Linkers? Ryan Bender. You guys want to see any cars? Are you hoping to see anything cool? Anything interesting? Here we go. We got a little, we got a King Ranch F-150. Horrific depreciation on those. They're very nice, but, you know, if you want to lose like 20 to 30K on a car, just buy one of those. Great way to do so. And then we got a Jeep in a really cool aqua color that has these like metal rear tail light guards that look like they were submerged underwater for like 10 years. Those things have like barnacles growing off of them. Yikes. Big yikes. Massive yikes. I'm always interested by all of these trucks up here on the right. As you can see, Frank Lamparelli. I love the different designs and cool kind of liveries that work trucks have. You get everything from certain work trucks that just have a name on the side of them and like their license number to these crazy intricate wraps that some people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on to make their truck stand out. And I'm a big fan of those. I mean, if you're gonna have a business, you might as well put a sweet wrap on it so that people recognize you and you get more traffic that way at least. What up, Squid Game guard? If I was in the Squid Games, would you let me go? Would you let me live? Please say yes. I haven't watched the second season of Squid Game, but the Korean version was really good. Really awesome. Show you should watch is Alice in Borderland. If you liked Squid Game, that is an absolutely epic show. My friend introduced it to me, and it is super awesome. Oh, you would let me live. Thanks, Squid Game guard. Appreciate that. Very much appreciated. Oh, there we go. Okay. One of my biggest pet peeves of all time is people who don't use their turn signals and then turn in. Like, it's the absolute worst. Like, just use your turn signal, please. It's so easy. Alex, I like the Revuelto too, but I mean, my favorite Lamborghini ever is the Murcielago for sure. That's been my favorite car forever. My ultimate dream car is a manual Murcielago, either the first gen or the LP640. I've seen a lot of the Aventadors too, and I was actually fortunate enough to be able to film and watch the first Balboni exhaust be installed on an Aventador SV Roadster when I was living out in California. It was so sick, insanely loud. When that thing started up, it literally shook the entire building. It was insane. That car sounded ridiculous. Like if you have that car and you have any neighbors anywhere close to you, they are waking up when you start that car. I remember I saw a video of a doctor who lived in a parking garage, like an apartment building, and he pushed his Aventador in neutral until he got outside so that he didn't disturb people because it was so loud. Right in front of me here we have this awesome is that an M230? I don't even know what that is. I feel like that might be a fake M badge put on there, which is sacrilege in the BMW community. If you do that, shame. But BMW has gone so far off the rails with their badging. I don't even know what has an M badge anymore and what doesn't. It's quite insane, to be honest. I mean, this thing looks clean though. Love me a clean 2 Series. It looks a little wonky with the small exhausts on each side. I mean, I think these look really good with a beefy exhaust setup, and even the M240. They have kind of like the trapezoid exhausts on each side, and those look really good. These are just a little too small for my liking. Little too small. I actually love the new M2. I know that's kind of controversial. A lot of people don't like those, but honestly, I'm a big fan. I think they look amazing, super fast, and BMW released a body kit and a livery right when they introduced the new M2 that just looked amazing. It was like a psychedelic looking livery, had all these crazy colors and kind of patterns on it, and I love it. I want one of those, honestly. I think they look amazing, so fast, and they look way better than the new M3, M4, especially from the front, in my opinion. And they're smaller. I love me a small car. I have an E36 M3, and you know, I think the new M2 isn't necessarily like that, but I think the formula BMW does best is small car, good powertrain, rear-wheel drive, manual. Like, if you have all of those things, you're gonna have a good time in a BMW. Oh, we got an ambulance coming up here on the left. People are not moving out of the way. Ooh, Jeep SRT8 is probably going to cut me off for this ambulance. That's okay, though, because it's a nice Jeep. Very fast Jeep, one of the most stolen cars. But very fast, very cool car. Oh, we got an ambulance chaser. Dang, that guy is going real close to that ambulance. Give him a little space, give him a little space. Yeah, the Jeep SRT8s are absolutely amazing. Like, those things are wild. Uh-oh. Ooh, Tiguan, what are you doing? We got someone on a sports bike. Lane splitting, bold. When I lived in California, I had a motorcycle, and lane splitting is legal out there, but it's still incredibly sketchy to lane split on a motorcycle. It is one of the scariest things ever, especially when traffic's coming to a stop and you're flying through people, and then you got other motorcyclists behind you going even faster who try to get you to move out of the way when you're filtering in between traffic. It can be so sketchy. Not a good time. Actually, it is a good time. Who am I kidding? But it's very sketchy to do in the moment. It does make for a safer ride, though. If you can filter between traffic, you reduce the chances of, you know, someone stopping and hitting you from behind, which is like my worst fear as a rider. It really is terrifying when you see a bunch of traffic flying up behind you and you just know that, you know, people are on their phones and not paying attention, and that just makes for a very sketchy time. And so that's what lane splitting helps with a lot, is kind of reducing the amount of people or the amount of chances you have to get rear-ended driving a motorcycle, which is paramount because of how sketchy it is to do so. All right, another one of my big pet peeves driving is people, I mean, this is everyone's pet peeve, to be honest, but if you see that there's a sign saying the lane is ending and you have to merge right, not merging right is just the worst. You're the worst. You got to do it early, because otherwise the zipper doesn't work and everyone just gets, you know, it slows traffic, it's dangerous, and it just, you know, makes everyone annoyed and upset with you. I'm like, come on. If you're gonna go up to the very end, I'm not letting you in. I'm not letting you in. It's a rule of the road you got to follow. Like, come on now. Let's see how many of these people go to the last second. I don't think anyone else is going to try to get in, but the rules of the road seem to disappear a lot of the time when merging occurs, unfortunately. As you can see, there have not been that many cool cars out here. We've seen the Bentley Bentayga, and we saw the Beamer 2 Series, but besides that, pretty bad car-wise. Not much out here. But the good thing is traffic's opening up a little bit. Ooh, I just saw a Panamera on the other side of the road with a roof rack. That's a cool combo, cool car. I love me a Panamera. I know those are kind of despised mutually, or generally I should say. But I like the Panamera. I think it's a great bargain, especially if you buy one, like one of the first or second generation Panamera turbos, if you're not afraid of kind of a little bit of maintenance. Could be a good investment. You know, it's always cool buying a 100,000 plus MSRP car for a fraction of that price. I personally want to do that at some point. I want like an old 760 BMW, the big V12 boat. But obviously that comes at a risk if you don't know how to do the repairs yourself, because you get stuck with a lot of, incomprehensibly expensive maintenance that is prohibitive to most folks looking to purchase a car, myself included. I can't work on a BMW V12. I would be in bad shape if I bought one of those and something happened. That would not be fun. Not be fun at all. About a few months ago, I was driving back from a ski trip up in Wachusett, or at Wachusett, and there was a matte black Aventador SVJ Lamborghini that drove on the opposite side of the road, and I freaked out. I wish I saw it. I wish I got a picture of it, but it was like a nice day out in the middle of, I think, February, maybe even January, and there's an M4 on the other side of the road with yellow headlights. That might have even been an M3 CS. If you didn't know, the M3 is the G80 M3 is the 4-door, and the M4 is the coupe. Not sure who wouldn't know that, but something to think about. See a plane approaching Logan in the distance. Logan International Airport, of course. As a somewhat frequent traveler, I am always nervous that I'll have to, that's fun, stopping in the middle of the highway. I'm always nervous that I'll miss my flight. I have still never missed a flight in my life, knock on wood, but there's always that chance, and it's always nerve-wracking when you get to the airport and think you're close to missing a flight. So I've adopted my dad's method of getting there at least 3 hours early. Just saw another Jeep SRT8 on the other side of the road. Sweet. So I get to the airport very early, probably too early, but you got to control what you can control, and I'm a big fan of getting there early so you can avoid the stress of potentially even thinking you're going to miss your flight, because there's nothing worse than that, honestly. Got to get there early. Traffic seems to be coming to a standstill, unfortunately. Hopefully not that bad for that much longer, but we shall see. We shall see. You get to join me for this gripping ride. This interesting, fun, amazing ride into Boston. March Madness kicks off today. Filled out a bracket. I think I'm going to win. Although I chose a first seed to win the whole thing, which in the past has proven to be a bad tactic. Somehow I always choose incorrectly on what upsets are going to happen and which ones are not going to happen. You know, I don't know how people choose correct brackets, honestly. It's such a crapshoot. But still fun. Still fun to test it out, try it out, see what's out there. Oof. It's another fun game. Will I make it to this place on time? The estimate was 30 minutes, and I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm starting to get nervous. But we'll see. Hopefully I can get there in a reasonable time frame. I don't know if anybody on this stream right now has watched Severance, but if you haven't, I would highly recommend it. It just came out with a new episode a few days ago, and it's honestly one of the best TV shows to have ever been created. It is absolutely epic. I would highly recommend anyone who hasn't watched it to watch it. Alright, it looks like my video has frozen, so I'm going to stop this live stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Very much appreciated. Whoa, this guy's hauling next to me. Wish the video could have caught that. Alright, everyone. Have a great day. Sign off and subscribe for more.